Hey legends, ever wondered what happens when a super strong half-god king meets a wild man raised by animals? This is the epic story of Gilgamesh and Enkidu, a tale older than pyramids, filled with monster battles, angry gods, and a friendship that changed history. But this isn't just about action, it's about asking big questions. Can we live forever? What makes a true hero? And why do friends make us better? Long ago, when magic was real and gods lived among humans, there was a super strong king named Gilgamesh. His city, Uruk, had giant walls taller than mountains and gardens floating in the sky. But Gilgamesh wasn't just strong, he was part god. Cool, right? But he wasn't very nice. Gilgamesh acted like a bully. He took whatever he wanted and made everyone scared. The people prayed to the gods, "Help us." So the gods made a plan. They created a wild man named Enkidu, covered in hair, friends with animals like Tarzan, but way cooler. Enkidu lived in the forest, drank from rivers with lions, and chatted with birds. But one day, a wise priestess named Shamat taught him human ways. How? By being kind and showing him yummy cooked food. Soon, Enkidu became human and heard about mean King Gilgamesh. Enkidu marched to Uruk and shouted, "Stop being a bully, Gilgamesh!" They fought, boom, crash, for 7 days. But guess what? Instead of staying enemies, they shook hands and became best friends. Friends can change you. Now Gilgamesh wasn't a bully anymore. He and Enkidu went on epic quests, fighting monsters, climbing mountains. But Gilgamesh worried, what if people forget us when we die? So they decided to fight Humbaba, a scary forest monster. In the dark cedar forest, Humbaba roared, a giant with a face made of tree roots. Gilgamesh and Enkidu fought bravely and won, but Humbaba cursed them. "The gods will punish you." Uh-oh. Next, a goddess named Ishtar said, "Marry me, Gilgamesh." But Gilgamesh said, "No way, you're trouble." Ishtar got mad and sent a giant bull to attack Uruk. The friends fought it together and won again. But the gods were angry now. The gods said, "Someone must pay." Poor Enkidu got sick. Gilgamesh cried, "Don't leave me." But Enkidu whispered, "Tell our story," and closed his eyes forever. Gilgamesh's heart broke. Gilgamesh ran into the desert yelling, "I'll never die." He met a wise old man named Utnapishtim, who survived a giant flood. "Death is part of life," Utnapishtim said. But Gilgamesh found a magic plant until a sneaky snake ate it. Oops, Gilgamesh finally understood. Even kings can't live forever, but people will remember my city, my laws, and my friendship with Enkidu. He built walls, wrote his story on clay tablets. And guess what? We're still talking about him today. So what's the big lesson? Being kind matters more than being strong. Friends make us better. And even though we all grow old, the good things we do, like sharing, helping, or just being a good friend, make us immortal. So, what will your story be?